Let's test it out, shall we? Time to murk some people, eh? Oh, it's so shiny. So, the G915 clicky keyboard. Clicky instead of tactile or the other option. Clicky is the edition that I've got. Absolutely love it. I mean, like sweet piano notes. I've been enjoying playing with this thing for about a week now. Great to type on, great to game on. Beautiful RGB, very nice. Especially when you're playing in a semi-darkened environment like I usually do. Brushed aluminium, brushed metal looking finish. Overall, just a beautifully made, beautifully functional mechanical keyboard. The battery life is really good. I've got it plugged in right now, but with the light settings that I had on, just forgot to plug it in and didn't run out of batteries for over 60 hours, so you could not even have the USB plugged in and just have that freed up for something else. Also, as usual, the G keys on the side, which are these ones on the far left side, those 5, they are really useful. In their default state, they're bound to the F keys, like F1 through 5, which not as helpful, but you can rebind them to like F19, F20, etc., which are obviously not keys that you'll find on a regular keyboard, so there's no conflicts in terms of binding anything to them. Very handy, 5 extra buttons. They're a lot closer on the G915 than on my old G710 that I was using before this, which is a really nice little upgrade. Not having to reach as far for those 5 function keys. Yeah, it's a big thing. Sometimes on the older model, they just were a little too far away to have it be used for anything important in a game. You'd have it for like maybe a map or food or something that you weren't going to use often, but now you could like really use it for something semi-important, like a cooldown, you know, a minute cooldown, 2-minute cooldown. That'd be a great use for them. Now I normally just have my keyboard on like a color cycle like this one. But, and you can even change that if you decide. Make it vertical or horizontal, however you feel like. But, there are a million customization options on this board for what you want it to look like. Have starlight, have the keys flash up yellow to represent stars. They've thought of a lot of stuff with this. Change the amount of stars even. You know, it's pretty cool. You can even customize the board by painting each individual key if you so desired, which I could definitely see certain people really loving that feature. Very cool little board. cool software to go with the board as well, to be able to do all this with it. I know it's just RGB effects, doesn't affect the way the board uses it all, but it's cool. It's Bluetooth as well, so if you're in a situation where you needed to just use it with your phone, 60 hours is a long time to be using a board for, so pretty handy piece of technology. I think it's a really cool board, really cool keyboard.
The satisfying clickety-clack. Oh man, I love it. Merc Gang Sword, ASMR, sound effects, 10 hours.
10 hours? Heck yeah.
Can't wait to check this out. This is a light bar. It's kind of like a ring light, but a lot more powerful. I haven't had anything like this set up for my stream before, so I can't wait to test it out. See what it does.
Hey guys, Merc here. Now, those of you familiar with my stream are probably used to seeing me pretty much like this. Chilling in the dark, doing rogue things. Relying on the kind of screen lighting for face lighting. It's just been the standard for a while. So, I cannot tell you how much of a huge change this is for me, but check this out. Like, I really wasn't expecting it to be like that good, but it is. It is absolutely fantastic. Get to keep my gloomy backdrop, but get the full kind of studio lighting experience. Absolutely awesome, like night and day. So pretty damn cool. This Litra Beam LX. Absolutely fantastic, and like, I'll overlay some footage in a second so you can see the kind of ambiance the other side provides. This thing might actually be like my favorite part of my setup now, so it's cool. If I hadn't been gifted one and I saw one of these in action, I would probably go and buy one myself, so it is a really nice piece of tech. Now, I've got mine on a pretty warm kind of light setting, but if you had like blue LEDs in your setup and you're more of a cool room kind of look, you just take it right down to a more cool temperature on the LED, and it's way different. You can also crank up the brightness like quite high. This thing is very powerful. Yeah, like that's the warm end of the scale. Just surprised, I guess, at the amount of power that this thing actually has. Like, mine is maybe arm's length away from me, bit further, but you could easily have this mounted to like the other side of the room and you would get the same result. And it's got Bluetooth, so that's entirely possible if you want to do it that way. You can control it all from the computer, so really cool little versatile lighting platform. Another thing I really like about this, and it's just a little thing, but it's a little quality of life thing that I quite enjoy, is this little activate light with camera feature that we've got here, which it's as simple as it sounds, but anytime anyone calls you on Discord or Facebook Messenger or whatever, it just activates the light as well. So you just always look semi-professional no matter what you're doing. It's really handy. Really cool little feature.
Litra Beam LX. It's pretty rad. Big fan of the Astro A50s. I've used a pair of these throughout my entire streaming career, and they actually still work. They're an absolute workhorse of a headset. I have enjoyed every moment I've used these things. Logitech's been kind enough to send me out a brand new pair of the A50 X's though. Cannot wait to test these guys out, see what they can do. Taking the mic cover off. Whoa. Very cool.
Now, the Astro A50 X's are the upgrade to my 10-year-old pair of Astro A50s, which I could not sing higher praises of. My favorite headset of all time. These only seem to complement all the best features of that pair. They haven't taken away any of the stuff that I loved. They sound even better. I guess that's just a side effect of technology improving over time.
I'm gonna need some music.
But they sound fantastic. They feel very comfortable. When I popped them on the first time, you'll see.
They're just... These are so comfortable.
Like a cloud. In terms of mic quality, this is what it sounds like. It's actually pretty good. It is so much better than the previous iteration, which was very much technologically limited by the time. And so, obviously, I got the condenser microphone to fill in that gap, but I could see people happily talking away on these if they didn't have a condenser microphone. This is perfect comms for any kind of video game. No one's going to be complaining about hearing this kind of audio quality. And no feedback. I am noticing no feedback whatsoever on my stream audio in sensor. Always drops back to a steady kind of zero sound when I'm done talking, so fantastic. That's what you want. Don't want any nasty background noise. Not like I have too much right now anyway, but it's always a good thing. So yeah, fantastic headset, as usual. A50Xs, and these are usable Bluetooth. They're usable with your Xbox, with your PlayStation, and of course your PC. Just wanted to say a big thank you again to Logitech G ANZ for sending everything here out. I originally reached out to Logitech about a month ago because my faithful steed, my keyboard of about 11 years, had finally given up the ghost and just wasn't working anymore. That was the G710 Plus, and I really did love the board, so I figured I'd see if I could get a new one or see what the updated version was, and they said, hey, we'll do you one better, and they sent out the key light, the Litra Beam LX, and the A50s as well. So I am just eternally grateful, absolutely stoked. These are really necessary upgrades that will really keep my stream and channel at its best for years to come. So thank you so much. And to those of you who made it to the end of the video, thank you. Really appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the Rogue PvP, and there'll be plenty more where that came from. Cheers. This is Merc Out.
Ozzy Osbourne sounds pretty good.